What is going on, YouTube? It's your boy Trucker. What is up, man? Before we even start the video, you know what it is. If you like the video, hit the thumbs up. If you don't like the video, hit the thumbs down. Don't really matter. Either one helps. And if you really like the video, go on and hit that subscribe button. I don't know which one it is, but oh, and hit the bell so you'll know whenever I drop a video. But today's video is actually gonna be about know when to reject a load, especially like when you lease, because it's like I had like a scenario this weekend to where I think I'm pretty much at what, 3,500 gross, whatever, right now, before, you know, truck payment, fuel, and all the other bullshit that they take out. But it's like I was there by Sunday, and when I dropped the load off, whatever, they kept sending me some loads, and I had to keep rejecting them. And the reason that I kept rejecting them is because they pretty much wasn't anything that helps me out for the beginning of the week. Because you have to think, when you lease, you have to think before you take a load, especially like Monday and Tuesday. Monday and Tuesday is your money days out here at Prime. Your money days is like, all right, you done paid everything, so whatever you get these last few days, that's a little extra in the bank. So so they tried to, the first load, they tried to send me to New Jersey, and it was on like a $500 load. I rejected it because the way that I would have had to drive it, I would have drove it through night, and then would have been up in New Jersey. I only got paid $500. Going up to New Jersey and getting paid $500 at the end of the week, that ain't worth it, because you know you gotta, it's gonna stick you up in the Northeast. You don't get no money, and plus, you know, if I'm going up into the Northeast, you gonna pay me some money before I go up there, because for you to come out, it's shitty, and then they got tolls everywhere. So I was like, nah. I rejected that one. I told them, I was like, nah, I need me some more. So then they sent me another load, and that one was like 1,200. But the thing was, if you looked at the date, it didn't deliver till Wednesday. And then I told him, I'm like, I'm not gonna take this. I think it was like 900 miles too. And I told him, I'm like, nah, I can't take this load. I need something for the cutoff. And this is all night dispatch now. And then he was like, well, why aren't you taking this load? So I told him, I'm like, for me to take this load, I'm gonna have to buy fuel to drive this 900 miles, and this shit don't deliver till Wednesday. I said, if you can guarantee me that this load will be on my check for this week, I will take it. You gotta put all this shit like on Qualcomm so they'll know. So you have it in writing. And it's like, well, you know, this is all we got today, blah blah blah, you know, all the bullshit what they try to give you. I was like, all right then, well, I'll sit. I'll wait until Monday morning and see if they got anything. So, but just to let y'all know, if I would have took that load, I would have been driving for 2 days. I would have had to buy fuel for 900 miles, and that would have came out of what I've made for this week. And then knowing them, once I got to about, you know, 3,000 miles, they try to slow you down, because they don't want you to get like past a certain amount of money. I know, like, I told them, I'm like, look, this is what I need to make. This is how I can make my profit, where I can take care of my house, and I can put a good bit of money away for my business. And you know, just in case something fucks up on the truck, do my oil changes, taxes, and all that other shit. So, all right, they took it off my truck. Then they tried to give me a damn load when I was gonna be late. And then I was like, I can't take this load. With the amount of hours I got, for one thing, going to the 01, I wasn't gonna make it. And then with the amount of hours that I had, I wasn't gonna make it to the 90. So I'm like, look, I don't know what y'all doing, but I can't make this load. Take it off my truck. It was like, I think they was sending me this shit like about 3, 4 o'clock in the morning. And I'm like, look, y'all need to stop sending me this bullshit. Just let me sleep, and I can talk to dispatch in the morning. So I talked to dispatch. It gave me an $800 load. And guess what? It delivers at 11 o'clock on Tuesday. That's the kind of load that I need, because I'm trying to add money to my revenue. I'm trying to get some money so I can take home to my kids and my wife. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, you gotta think before you take some of these loads. Like, yeah, it'll look good, be like, okay, I can start my next week off, but if you spending the fuel and everything else, you're subtracting from your check for this week. I always do this. Like, once I get to Sunday and Monday, if I haven't reached a certain amount of money where I'm like, okay, I know my truck note and everything else is paid, so I know everything else is starting to get into my, you know, it's gonna pay me and stuff. So I started getting more stingy by the weekend, because I let them know, I'm like, look, we get into the weekend and only made this much money. I said, I need me a good load, because you got to stay on top of these guys, man. Like, they don't care. As long as you make your truck payment, they don't care. Like, you gotta pretty much force their hand. Like, you gotta make sure you tell them, like, look, this is like what I gotta do to provide for my family. And if y'all can't give me the loads, then I mean, we need to talk. Well, I'm gonna have to fire you and get somebody else who can make me money and stuff like that. So, all right, well, pretty much that's it. It's your boy Trucker T. And if you have any questions, leave any questions down at the bottom. I'll try to get to them. It's your boy Trucker T, and I'm out. Peace.